talk about some of the factors contributing to brand very quickly. Now, when you are working on at the global level for the branding and the marketing, you are essentially looking at assessing the market. A company doing a certain business in North America, for some reason, Europe or part of the Europe may not be target market for them. Or the company doing a business in the Middle East, Africa may not be the right market for them. So you need to, when you do the global business, global branding, global marketing, you need to assess each market. So your global branding acts with a focus of local focus. Culture and language, you look at those. The product development, localization, financial resources, transportation, all those things you will see very quickly each one of these factors. Now, the importance of the tradition, the impact is greatest in food stuff and all those things. For example, if a company like McDonald's, you are in North American or European market and they have a burger with pork. That's one of the products people buy and people eat and they enjoy it. But when the same company goes to Saudi Arabia, that product is out of their list of products. Because that's not a tradition of the local market. So when you do the branding and the marketing and implementing it, you have to consider the local market. The focus has to be kept. Now this is a typical example, I'm sure you will enjoy it. When Coca-Cola, they started in China. So they called the company as Coca-Cola. This is how I would pronounce it. Okay? The company did not discover, this is a typical example of branding. They didn't discover until after thousands of signs had been printed that this phrase meant bites the facts tadpole. That's what it meant. In fact, I'll give you another example. Once I was working with one of the defense organizations in the Middle East, and we were working on something, and we had a word. The word was a name of an equipment. But when we translated it, we thought we did good translation in Arabic. But later we discovered it meant big fat boy running, something like that. I mean, this is equipment, yet the meaning was different. And that was especially proud by me. Anyway, so, by the wax, a thirsty mouthful of candle wax, or female horse stuffed with wax. This is what it meant. So pronunciation in China was Coca-Cola. You know, this is how they pronounce it. So apologies if I am not pronouncing it properly. Now, after researching 40,000 characters, what they did, they found a close phonetic equivalent, Coca-Cola. Instead of Coca-Cola, they took the last sound as A instead of A. Now, at least it means happiness in the mouth. So at least it is something positive, not saying stuff with a wax. Okay? So look how different it becomes. A slight mistake. Instead of saying there is a happiness on the mouth, in your mouth, I'm saying there is a wax in your mouth. And by the way, you are a female horse. So be careful. Okay? Now another thing, Coca-Cola, now they do the global business, global branding, global marketing. 2 liter water, they didn't realize it was too big for Spanish fridge. Okay, Johnson's floor wax made Japanese floor slippery. Now these guys, they made a wax. In Japan, usually people walk in the floors without sandals or chappals. Now this wax, when you wax the floor, God bless you, you cannot walk because you will slip. Okay, so they have to understand. And sometimes, if they cannot change it, they have to educate the people. They have to come up with some rationale. So when you are conform with the market with specific local conditions and all those things, okay, you need to have market entering strategies. Not to offer a product or a service in that market, you may decide not to offer, and that's absolutely fine. Why would you like to ruin the reputation of the market by going into the wrong market You wouldn't like to. So it's better not to do that. To offer the same product it offers in other markets. So let's go quickly. And that's what it is, the benefit with cost analysis. So you can see some of those factors, so the logos and everything. Okay. Now McDonald's global taste and culture adjustments. When they go to Switzerland, veggie mac. Chicken rice for Singapore. Because these people don't like rice. So they introduce a plate in Singapore. When they go to Saudi Arabia, no pork. When they go to Paraguay, Mac Macos or Mac Fiesta. Or Mac Roti in Netherlands. Chioki Mac Burger in Teriyaki. Teriyaki, sorry, teriyaki. Curry pie when they go to Hong Kong. Mac Roy when they go to Germany. And Mac Cafe when they go to Argentina. So what these guys are doing is a smart marketing. They are thinking globally, acting locally. And that's exactly what's the essence of right marketing. Okay, for example, so then you have to look at some other factors of culture types. Tobacco, alcohol, pharmaceutical stuff, and some other things that you have to look at it and then go along with that. So what are the possibilities? So when you do branding, when you do marketing, it's not that simple as it might look like. Here's the thing that you need to do. When you talk with the customers through the phone call, how do you initiate your greeting? How you actually conclude your conversation? When you write a letter to your client, what is your letterhead? When you write an email, what is the bottom line, the footer of your email? When you send a material to them, how do you package them together? When you present yourself on the TV, how do you look like? These are all the factors that are extremely important. You want to send a consistent message to your customers. Look at all those things. So these are all those things that are included within the branding. So you need to be careful on those. So what approach one would use? First of all, your brand practice. You create and capture the value by designing compelling brand concept. What are the concepts? Blue concept, red concept, water concept, sky concept, stones, parts, people, children, elderly, all those things. Then you develop the strategy. The brand strategy, the brand impression, and the results. You move into this stage. Then you identify and shape it up. Of course, you do prototyping. Then you adopt to that, and then you deliver. So, for a typical company, this is what you will be doing essentially. So your plan, you do analysis, you do the strategy, you do prototyping, you develop it, you pilot it, you all those kind of stuff, and then in a given year or so, depending on the size of the company and the local market, you complete your brand. So what is next? We need to ask ourselves what we are doing, how we are doing, and how do we want to be known in the market. Once we answer these three questions, brand will be there. So I am extremely thankful to all of you for your patience and listening to me.
Thank you very much, Dr. Mahmoud Khan, for a very thorough discussion.